Hi, everybody, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. My name is Terrence Scardino. The week begins on Monday, June the 21st. It's a big week. Mercury's going direct. It's going to be a full moon. A lot of energy can start moving forwards, putting us all back out there in the world again more socially with the full moon. Let's start with Monday. The moon is in Scorpio. Scorpio is this passionate energy, but Venus, the planet of love and desire, is going to be in harmony with inspirational Neptune. Venus-Neptune can be very romantic energy, but it can also be very creative energy. Also, Mercury just begins to move forwards tomorrow, Tuesday, the 22nd. But the Mercury is still very slow, so our minds, our thinking processes is still slow. Now it's moving in the right direction, but we're not going to be as quick and as sharp. So the rule of thumb is don't be making major decisions for a week or so, unless you kind of really researched, got other people's second opinions about it, because your thinking may not be as I said, quick and as sharp. On Tuesday, the moon, as Mercury is going direct, the moon that sets the public tone, goes from brooding, passionate, secretive Scorpio to adventurous, outgoing, friendly Sagittarius. This will begin 5:56 a.m. Pacific time. And by later in the morning, between like 9 and 11 a.m. Pacific time, as the moon is now in outgoing Sagittarius, it's triggering expansive Jupiter. And Jupiter is the planet that rules the sign Sagittarius. This would be a good day, especially as Mercury is going direct, to travel or to start making travel plans. But just the moon is our feelings and emotions, and hitting Jupiter, and in the sign ruled by Jupiter, we're starting to feel so much more optimistic, which I'm sure has a lot to do with Mercury going direct. And for many people who know about Mercury in retrograde, it might just be a placebo effect, but we're going to be in a much better mood on Tuesday with the moon in Sag and Mercury going direct, which continues on Wednesday when the sun in Cancer will be in harmony, called a trine, to expansive Jupiter. Much more optimism, more luck. A great day again for traveling, but all things Jupiter. Jupiter is schooling and education, teaching, publishing, marketing. So you could learn about the world, want to go out to the world, spread information out to the world. And with Sun, Jupiter in harmony, you're feeling really lucky about it. Plus Venus, that planet of desire and relationships, will be opposite Pluto. Opposite is about interacting with others, sort of like me against you, or interacting with each other. Pluto is this compulsive energy. So with Venus opposing Pluto, but with the Sun, Jupiter, we're feeling really optimistic. This Venus-Pluto could trigger within us this feelings of falling in love, of really connecting more deeply, more intimately to your partner. So if you are single and you are out and about, you're at a party, what have you, and you start to become very fascinated by somebody, that fascination is the Pluto. That's the compulsive energy. And you might have been thinking, oh my God, have I met an important new potential relationship? For all of us with existing relationships, that Venus-Pluto is inspiring us to connect on a much deeper, more intimate level. But sometimes it means that secrets, Pluto, could be revealed in a personal relationship. But with Sun, Jupiter, probably it's for the best. On Thursday, now on the 24th, it's the full moon in Capricorn. In fact, the moon goes into Capricorn at 6:05 a.m. Pacific time, and then it'll be there as it is for 2.5 days. But right from the beginning of the moon going into Capricorn, we have the full moon. The full moon is whatever has been hidden is revealed. It's a time of culmination. Being in Capricorn, this is in general very favorable for business. When some breakthrough with your job, with your business. Capricorn is very pragmatic, organized, disciplined energy. Friday, the moon continues in Capricorn, practical Capricorn, but inspirational Neptune is going to go retrograde for the next several months. Now, this is very subtle energy, but if the Neptune at 23 degrees of Pisces is triggering a planet in your chart connected with 23 Pisces, you might be feeling this uneasiness. There's something going on. It's strange because Neptune is this real nebulous energy. It's not all that clear what is going on. Saturday, now the moon leaves Capricorn, more pragmatic, responsible Capricorn, and goes into Aquarius. 9:36 a.m. for the weekend, Pacific time. Aquarius is very socially conscious, group-oriented. So moon in Aquarius, the moon is that emotional need, could be to be hanging out with friends, to be getting involved with an organization, getting involved in some kind of group activity. By Saturday evening, now Pacific time, at Venus, the planet of love and desire, goes into dramatic, romantic Leo. Now, Venus had been in Cancer the previous several weeks. That's the love of family or wanting to be close to staying at home, being more domesticated. But then when it goes into Leo, it's about entertainment, and it's the drama, and it's the romance, and the Venus will be in Leo for those next several weeks. But it doesn't go into Leo till 9:27 p.m. Pacific time. So it's still Saturday night, still early for most of you on a Saturday night. Venus goes into Leo, could be a very romantic evening. But it's going to be there, as I said, for the next several weeks. Sunday, going to be a bit challenging the first part of the day, and then it gets worked out. The moon in Aquarius will be crossing over Saturn in Aquarius. That could be this emotional contraction, worrying. And then a little bit later, it's going to be an aspect to Uranus. Moon Uranus could be all this emotional upset. The Saturn, all the worry. So Sunday morning between 4 and 8 a.m. Pacific time could be some emotional stress. Perhaps you just are in a bad mood or you just want to be alone. But all will be forgiven, or you'll start feeling a lot more upbeat about whatever was feeling so stressed. When the moon will be in harmony with communication Mercury from around noon to 2 p.m. Pacific time. So it's going to start off. Maybe you just want to be left alone, or maybe you're really anxious and nervous about in your personal life. But just a couple of hours later, then the moon's in harmony with Mercury. Mercury is when you're finding out the information that's all okay, there was a misunderstanding, or what have you. So, big week. And before I sign off, I want to remind you I'm available for a 1-question offer for a nominal fee. To order it, go to the astrologyanswers.com's homepage. find the tab that says Advisors. Click on it, scroll down until you find my name, click on my name, and submit your question. I want to thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next week with my next segment. Until then, be safe and well.